The roof is caving in, or better yet, the house is being rebuilt from the ground up and nobody gave me the manual. It's January 2026 and Raider Nation is living in a madhouse. First question on everyone's mind. Fernando Mendoza is a lock, but who on earth is going to protect our new savior? Or who is he even going to throw the ball to? Are we going all in on offense, or are we finally fixing a secondary that looks like Swiss cheese? And then there's the second bombshell that'll make your stomach turn. The truth about the Max Crosby trade saga just leaked. Did the Bears chicken out? Did he really fail a physical with the Ravens? What is happening to the heartbeat of this defense? I'm Ryan Miller, and if your heart isn't racing right now, you aren't a real Raiders fan. Buckle up and hit that like button, because today was absolute chaos and I'm not sugarcoating anything. Let's get straight to the point, no fluff. Everyone knows, even my neighbor who doesn't watch a lick of football, that the Raiders are taking Fernando Mendoza with the first overall pick. It's a no-brainer. The kid from Indiana is our only hope of escaping this 20-year desert of irrelevance. But look, the plot thickens. Our GM, John Spytek, dropped the hint that there's no quick fix, and that the plan after the Mendoza pick is a total mystery. Here's the reality. We have 10 picks in this draft. 10. Spytek says he learned his lesson from last year, where he tried to do too much and it blew up in his face. Now he wants collaboration. Translation, he finally realized he's not the smartest guy in the room. We've got Colton Miller coming back from injury at left tackle, thank God, and we brought in Linderbaum, who's an absolute monster at center. But what about the rest? We shipped Jacoby Myers off to the Jaguars last year, a trade I'm still losing sleep over, and now we're praying Jalen Nailor turns into the next Justin Jefferson just because he moved back to Vegas? Let's be real, okay? The stakes are massive. If we draft Mendoza and don't give him an elite O-line or a receiver who can actually win a route, we're going to ruin the kid in 2 months. Brock Bowers is a freak of nature, basically our WR1 disguised as a tight end, but he can't work miracles alone. My take? All hell is going to break loose if Spytek tries to get cute and focuses only on defense in rounds 2 and 3. I get it. Our secondary is a disaster and AJ Cole is the only one actually doing his job on special teams. But the priority has to be Mendoza. Clint Kubiak, our new head coach, is already putting his stamp on this draft. He wants system fits. But what system? If we're just going to be a team that gets bullied in the trenches, don't even bother drafting a QB. I want to see some aggression. If Spytek plays it too safe with these 10 picks, we're just going to stay the team that almost made it. It's time to surround Mendoza with talent. The long-term plan looks great on paper, but this fan base is tired of waiting for next year. We want it now. Now, if you thought the draft mystery was intense, wait until you hear the details of this Max Crosby soap opera. It's unbelievable. We all know Max is the face of the franchise, the guy who carries this team on his back while everyone else watches. But after that nightmare campaign last year, the man had enough. He requested a trade. Yeah, it hurts to say, but he asked out. Then the bidding war started. Everyone thought he was headed to the Ravens, but he reportedly failed a physical at the last second. How crazy is that? The guy is a machine. But the new dirt is coming out of Chicago. Dan Wiederer from The Athletic just pulled back the curtain. The Bears were desperate for Crosby. They wanted to pair him with Caleb Williams to build an empire. But you know why it fell through? Because their GM, Ryan Poles, got cold feet when the price hit 2 first-round picks. They're saying he's scared of repeating the Khalil Mack mistake. Give me a break. Maxx Crosby, even coming off knee surgery and turning 29, is better than half the league on one leg. The Bears said they accepted reality and that Max was too old to cost that much. It's insulting. To me, that's just an excuse for a GM who's too scared to make a championship move. But here's the twist. Max is back with the Raiders. He gave his word that he's playing this season here and seems locked in. But I'm asking you guys, what's the locker room vibe like? The guy tried to leave, got rejected on a physical by one team and on price by another, and now he's back saying, I love Vegas? I love Max, he's my idol, but this whole situation is beyond weird. The bottom line is we now have a wounded lion on the roster. If he plays with a chip on his shoulder, he'll break the league's sack record. If he's checked out, our defense, which is already shaky, is toast. I'm not going to give Max a free pass for asking for a trade, but I'm also not going to stand for these other teams disrespecting his value. Max Crosby is worth 3 first-rounders and I wouldn't blink. At the end of the day, he's where he belongs, but the front office has to prove to him that Mendoza is the missing piece, so he doesn't have to carry the entire load by himself anymore. To wrap up this mess, the 2026 draft is our do-or-die moment, and the mystery of what happens after Mendoza is killing me. Meanwhile, Max Crosby is back, but there's a massive scar on his relationship with this team. Now, I want to see you guys lighting up the comments, and don't give me that "what do you think" nonsense. The question is simple. If you were GM John Spytek, would you use your second-round pick to get an elite WR for Mendoza, or a lockdown cornerback to help Max Crosby? Offense or defense? Drop offense or defense below and tell me why, because I'm reading everything. Let's get to the draft. Go Raiders. Just win, baby.